Hi, and welcome to part 3 of the Scrappy Handbag Crochet Along. Today we are just going to be going over 2 stitches. It's technically 3 different colors we're going to be using. So I'll show it to you on this bag and then I'll show you what I did on mine. So last video we did the seed moss linen stitch, which you see in this bluish purple color, and the spike stitch. And then today we are going to be doing the wave stitch. I really like to use white and a variation of blue for this just because it gives it that wave oceany vibe. And then we'll also be doing, it's a little hard to tell in this color, but there is a texture to this. It is the berry stitch. So this is what it looks like on my bag that I'm working up with you guys. So I used the same 2 colors for my wave. I just flip-flopped them, and then you can see with this lighter color the texture of that berry stitch. So let's get into it. Okay, so let's get started. We are going to start with the wave stitch, which you see here in blue and white. I'm going to use the same exact colors, and then afterwards we'll go over the berry stitch, which you see me pointing out here. So we are going to start with the wave stitch. So I'm going to tie in with my first color, which will be white, and then I picked a blue for the second row. So row 1, you're going to tie into the first stitch from your previous row, and you are going to start by pulling your loop through and chaining 1, 2, 3. That's going to serve as a treble crochet, and the next stitch you're going to do a double crochet, followed by another double crochet in the next stitch. And we're going to go down and do a half double crochet in the next stitch, followed by a second half double crochet. And then we'll go down one more step again and do a single crochet in the next stitch and a single crochet in the next stitch after that. And we should start to see a pattern. That's 1/2 of a wave. So we're going to work our way back up. So half double crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, double crochet, and then 2 treble crochets. So yarn over twice, insert hook, pull loop through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2 for your treble crochet. And you can see that wave coming into play. So we did 1 treble crochet, so now we're going to do our second one. So again, yarn over twice, insert hook, pull loop through, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. And then we're going to work our way back down. So double crochet, double crochet, and then half double crochet, half double crochet, followed by single crochet, single crochet. And that's the pattern you're going to repeat all the way across for row number 1 of the wave stitch. It does not matter, depending on the length of your bag, where you end in this pattern. I'll show you that when I finish. It's going to be different for everyone depending on the length of their bag. So for me, I just did 2 single crochets and I have 1 stitch left, so I'm going to end with a half double crochet. For you, you might be further along or someplace else in the pattern, but that's okay. I don't have scissors on me, so I'm not going to cut this right now, but you would cut and secure this end, and then tie in your second color into the 3rd chain of that initial chain 3 from row number 1 of the wave stitch. So that's what you see me doing here, and then we're going to do the opposite. So this is a treble crochet, so on top we're going to pull a loop through, struggling a bit, and chain 1, and then in that stitch we're going to do a single crochet on top of the treble crochet. Next we have 2 double crochets, so on top of the double crochets we are going to do half double crochets. So double crochets here, so we're going to do half double crochets on top. So we're just flattening out our wave and doing like the opposite stitch. Next we have half double crochets, so we'll do double crochets on top of those stitches. And then lastly, we have single crochets, so we'll do treble crochets on top of the single crochets. And what this is going to do is it's just going to flatten out and be the opposite wave so that we have a nice flat surface for the next stitch. So we did 2 trebles, so we're back to 2 doubles, followed by 2 half double crochets on top of the double crochets, and then on top of the trebles we will do single crochets. So single crochet, single crochet. And you can see that's just filling in the space for the wave so that we're having a nice flat project. I will meet you at the end. Don't mind my daughter throwing dress up stuff at me. So here we are finished. Again, it's just important to do the opposite stitch. I'm making a note here what those are, and then make sure to cut and secure your ends. But that is the end of the wave stitch. Be sure to drop any questions below if you have them, but we are going to move on to our berry stitch. So berry stitch, you're going to tie into that initial stitch of the previous row from your wave row, and then you're going to pull a loop through, again struggling, and do a single crochet in that stitch. And to set up our berry stitch, we're going to do 2 rows of single crochets. So a single crochet in every stitch across, and then you're going to turn your project and do single crochets in every stitch across back. So I'll meet you right back here. So 2 rows of single crochets. So 2 rows of single crochets finished. So now we're going to set up our berry stitch. So we're going to start by doing a single crochet followed by another single crochet in the next stitch. So single crochet, and then our berry stitch, which is insert hook, pull loop through, chain 1, 2, 3 on that first loop, and then yarn over and pull through both loops, and then repeat with single crochet, and then berry stitch. So insert hook, pull loop through, chain 1, 2, 3 on the first loop, yarn over, pull through both loops, and then go back to single crochet, single crochet. So you're going to repeat this all the way across your row. Again, depending on the length of your bag, you might end up in a different spot at the end. I ended up finishing with my 2 single crochets. You might be closer to the berry stitch or further away from the berry stitch. That's okay. We're going to turn our project and do 2 rows of single crochets just to have that berry stitch centered. I sadly ran out of my yarn, so I was only able to do 1 row of single crochets, which is okay. It gives me plenty of space. So you can do 2 or you can do 1. It's completely up to you. But let's take a look at it. And you have finished part 3. It is like starting to take shape, which is a very exciting things to make sure and check every couple rows that you do is that your project is laying flat and it's not curving because of your tension being too tight. With my first bag that I did, my tension got a little bit tighter as I went on, so you can see like it's not perfectly straight on the edge of my bag, which is the reason why I'm making another one. So just do a check on your tension, make sure it's laying flat and you have nice straight sides. If anytime it seems like it's curving, just rip out that row. If you need to, size up a hook. If you end up having tight tension naturally, sometimes I do. So far, I haven't had to size up a hook, but I think next week's stitches, I am gonna end up sizing up a hook because the stitches that I'm going to do, I typically am a little tighter with those stitches. But that's just a note for you. I'm gonna fold it into the variation that I'm doing so you can see it like coming together. I'm gonna have this flap coming over and then we'll do a strap and a border. But yeah, super exciting. As always, if you have any questions, please be sure to drop them below. And if you are following along, please tag me on socials because I'd love to see your work. Let me know if you also want to join the group chat because it is a lot of fun.